This is a demonstration of Industrial Defender's Automation Systems Manager, certified and tested on the OASyS platform. Through a strategic partnership with Schneider Electric, Industrial Defender is proud to say that we have tested and certified this product for use on the OASyS platform. Mike Dugan of Industrial Defender will provide a short demonstration of key functional capabilities on the OASyS system.
This is Mike Dugan of Industrial Defender, and today I'm going to do a brief demonstration of the work that Industrial Defender's been working on to integrate with Telvent's OASyS system. What we're looking at here is the dashboard of Industrial Defender's Automation Systems Manager. You can see event distribution both by category and priority on the left of the screen, asset distribution in the environment in the middle of the screen, and some of the environmental change statistics on the right-hand side of the screen. What we're going to focus on today, you can see it there on that asset distribution by type screen, is the devices that we've started working on with Telvent's OASyS system. I'm going to actually move into the asset administration view, and I already have this sorted out to look at these assets sorted by asset type. If I scroll down here to the OASyS systems, you can see that I've had a chance to integrate into the demonstration environment a couple of different systems from that environment, including some real-time servers and an operator workstation, which is what we're going to focus on today. What I'm going to do is just open up one of these servers here. We'll do the primary real-time server, just to take a look at some of the different data that we're collecting. So if I move over to software installed, you can see that a quick view of all of the software that we've collected from this system. We've also collected all of the patches that are installed on the system, and even all of the ports that are open on the system, including the interface that they're open on. So there's a pretty good subset of information that we're collecting from each of these systems. And what I want to do is just show you some of the different ways that you can use this information. If I scroll up here to software, let's take a look at software items. What I'm going to do is take a look for the DNA Admin Tools application that Telvent installs on many of these OASyS systems. There's actually a hotfix that's supposed to be deployed on many of these systems, and I'm going to use the Automation Systems Manager to make sure that this hotfix has been deployed on each of those systems. The first thing I'm going to do is select Asset Type and make sure that I'm looking at my Telvent OASyS systems, and then I'm going to select the applications that I'm specifically looking for. So if I scroll down here to OASyS, and I want to see the admin tools. And then I also want to make sure that each of the systems that should have the admin tools deployed also has that hotfix deployed. So I'm going to run a search, and you can see I've already got this sorted by application name. You can see that I've got 4 systems here that have the admin tools deployed, but it looks like I've only got 3 systems that have the admin tools hotfix. So the secondary real-time server does not have that hotfix deployed. So you can see how with a click of a couple of buttons I was able to identify a potential gap, a potential vulnerability in the OASyS environment. Another thing that we can look for is a list of all of the different ports that are open. This can sometimes be important to find out why an application isn't working, specifically if you're having difficulty connecting to a web server, connecting to SQL. So what I'm going to do first is just run a search on every port open in the entire OASyS environment. This will probably pull back a lot of data because the domain controller, and as you can see there's a lot of information from the domain controller there, will typically have a lot of ports open. So just to simplify it a bit, what I'm going to do is put in the specific ports that I'm looking for here. I think we mentioned we want to look for port 80, and we want to look for 1433 and 1434, which are specific to the SQL instance that we're looking at. Let me run that search again, and I can see that I've got port 80 and port 1434 open on 2 systems. Let's group by the port. So when I'm looking at this, one of the things that might come to mind is why I've got port 80 and port 1434 open on my secondary real-time server, but I don't see any instance of these open on my primary real-time server. That'd be something to investigate. And the last thing we'll go to here is an event search. So if I go to, let's just do the event consolidation, and let's look specifically at these by, we'll do by asset names. Let's group by asset. And I want to look specifically at, let's look at the real-time server, and I can see some process starts and stops, including a 2 a.m. restart of what looks like one of the SQL processes. And if we look at the operator workstation, we can see a whole bunch of activity starting at about 10 a.m. this morning, including a login by the DNA installer account, and then a bunch of process starts and stops, and even some Windows event log errors. So that gives me some information that I might need to investigate any issues that I could be having with this system. If you'd like to see a more in-depth demonstration of Industrial Defender's integration with the OASyS system, please contact us to schedule, and we'd be happy to do so. Thank you.